Yes, indeed. There we go. ABS light, VSC off, brake light on. What do these codes mean? Let's figure it out. We have been attempting to use the Bluedriver dongle, which is a USB reader that allows you to read codes through your cell phone. And it is theoretically supposed to be able to read the advanced codes. Now, we've been having some trouble getting it to work with this. It keeps losing connection. So I'm working with the folks at Bluedriver to resolve that and see what the deal is going on. Finding them much more helpful than the folks at Carly. Carly works great with German cars, not so much with anything else. So just FYI, if you see those ads, Sam Crack and other folks using them on European cars in general, pretty good. American cars or Japanese, not so much. Bluedriver is supposed to be working with this, so we're gonna see if we can get that all sorted out. And I'll report back on that. That's where we're going today. So let's see how far we make it. Welcome back to the channel. Brendan here, aka Cliff Jumper, and we're trying out something new to me. I have experimented with some software-based, dongle-based car diagnostic devices before, namely the Carly, which doesn't work for a lot of cars, apparently. We're trying out something different today, the Bluedriver, which I just got for Christmas. So this is a Bluetooth dongle connects to your iOS or Android device. And we are going to try it out with our Sequoia, which has some lights appearing on the dash, and we'd like to find out what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and see what is going on here. It gives you the option to check just the engine light, just the dash lights, or all the system modules. So we are going to go ahead and do a full scan and see how it goes. So it's scanning. With this full system scan, by the way, if you are trying this out, keep an eye on the screen. It's not a set it and forget it type thing, because it will be scanning, but it will occasionally prompt you to turn your ignition off for 5 seconds, turn it back on, and then hit go again. And that is how it does the full scan of all the modules. With our Sequoia, we have had the reoccurring VSC and VSC, or VSC off, VSC traction, and check engine lights come on. These are pretty notorious in the Sequoia and the Tundra of this first generation. They're related to a variety of different things. And if you use a generic OBD2 scan tool, it's going to come back with generic codes, which if you search online, find out that there are like 26 different possible causes for any of these codes. And it leads to a lot of wasted time tracking down what's going on. Now, often it could be a leak in the evaporative recovery system, which could be any of the purge valves have gone bad. It could be a bad vacuum leak. It could be a cracked, there's like a silencer box back there by the gas filler neck. There's a carbon canister box that leaks. There's all sorts of stuff that can spring leaks in a 20-year-old vehicle. And it could be any of those things. It could also be the O2 sensors have gone bad. There's 4 of them on this car. And when one of them goes bad, usually the other 3 are not far behind. So generally do all 4 at once. Don't just do one. Even if the code you are getting is only for one of them, it's going to be less work in the long run if you just do all 4 at once. The other things that can go bad that cause this have to do with the ABS system or the yaw, what is it? The body yaw position sensor, which depending on your year might be underneath the steering column here, or it might be, as mine is, down inside the center console. And that's a whole ordeal to fix or replace that. It's mostly a replacement. They're kind of pricey. I'm hoping that that is not the case with ours. What can often happen is you can have one thing kind of daisy chain and cause the codes for the others to take place, but you don't actually have the issue with those other matters, such as a bad ABS sensor or a dirty ABS sensor can cause a host of different error codes. So we're keeping an eye on This, it's scanning still. It's at 36%. So good so far. We're just about to get to the threshold where it probably is going to ask me to shut off the ignition and turn it back on to continue scanning. So I'm going to keep an eye on that as it scans. When it gets to 100%, I will come back because this is just going to be a few more minutes and it'll be boring. All right, tune back in a few.
20 minutes later.
All right, so here we go. We've got a variety of different codes that have popped up here. The evap system, incorrect purge flow. So there's either a small leak. That can often be the fuel door. It's very common, yes. Replace the vapor canister purge solenoid. We've already done that. Small leak detected. Again, that could be the actual fuel door not getting closed all the way. The vent control, let's check that out and see what this code says. Replaced vent solenoid valve assembly, we have already done that. Replace vacuum line, replace fuel tank cap. Yes, these are all common things. So, and we have brake switch AB correlation, brake switch A circuit. These could actually be the brake light switch that is up inside there. That could be bad. That might need to be replaced. It's got a lot of miles and it's old. That could be a thing. And then we've got some brake system codes. The ABS control system malfunction, the stroke sensor. Yeah, these could be issues. So we are going to go ahead, replace power brake booster, skid control. So we've just cleaned that assembly in there. We're going to go ahead and clear these codes and then deal with that. But so we're going to go ahead and hit all codes, clear all the codes, let it do its thing. See how long this takes. Not sure, but it could take a little while. So we'll come back to that after it's done. But we're going to clear these codes, drive the vehicle around for a little bit, see what codes come back, and then we can re-engage and find out what's actually happening with the ABS system, if it was just it needed to be cleaned and reset, or if there are physical problems that need to be addressed. Could be either or, so we'll come back on this one. We've still got some work to do on the Sequoia. We have not begun to touch all of the damage over here. I did find a local place that has a door, so we'll be able to buy the whole door. We'll be able to buy the rocker panel down there and replace those. We may even be able to get a new bumper cover and replace this because it's torn here in the middle, and that's just annoying. It had nothing to do with this incident, but it's been a thing for a while and it's bothered me, so I might take care of that.
And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to say goodbye. We'll be back.